Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. Don't work to convince a woman of your worth. You know what, and this is kind of a follow-up to what I was talking about in my last sit-down video. Don't work to convince a woman of your worth. She can already see who you are. Just be who you are. You know, don't try to convince her you're a nice guy or you going to do this or that for her. She can see who you are. If she wants you, she wants you. If she don't, she don't. Remember, I don't care, and I don't care how fine she is. You know what? Let me do the progression. I don't care if she got that face card, she got nice hair, she got those big old or nice old breastises, snatch waist, a big old butt dunk, nice round hips, thick thighs, which save lives. You know, nice calves, nice old toes. I don't care. I don't care how she dressed, whatever. You don't try to convince her of your worth. You know your worth. All you can be is yourself. Look, and I've said this in my book, Nice Guys and Players. Ultimately, women choose any damn way. Even if you cold approach a woman, she chooses. She knows. She's looking you up and down, up and down. All you can do is fix yourself up. All you can do is be the best man you can be. But you can't tell that woman. You can't win her over. Because let me use that for an example. You get some guys, they trying to win a woman over and everything and try and take it to all these places or something. That woman already knows what she gonna do with you. That woman already knows what you're about. It's just a question is, does she want that at that moment? She might want to still play the game. So you get some women out there, because they ain't ready to settle down, they will get men who aren't gonna settle down. Or you get some women, they might be married or have a boyfriend. They might want that guy who's going to cheat. So they'll get that guy they can cheat with. Or, you know, you do have some women who they want that good hubby type. They know who they can get. They know who they can get. Even in cases where you get these women complaining and stuff. No, they really just complaining because that player they wanted they can't win him over. That's it. But a woman knows who you are. Look, first of all, if you're going to be out here, be of worth to yourself. Remember, your main relationship is with yourself. You want to fix up for yourself. You want to, fix your physical appearance for yourself. For yourself. Whatever your style is, you're doing that for yourself. If you out here making money, you ain't doing it for women. You doing it because you want to sleep in a nice home. You want to live in a nice neighborhood. You want to drive a nice car. If you're a good guy out here, you're a good guy. You don't have to convince that woman. That woman already knows. She can see a good guy when she see one. It's just a question of whether she wants that good guy at that particular moment in her life. But she already know what type of man she wants at that moment when you meet. Like you might meet her like when she's fine and everything and she got that progression. I ain't doing the progression again. And she got all that, but she might want to party. But then you might meet her a few years later when she ready to settle down. You know, that biological clock ticking. Women know. In fact, I never forget when this one woman said she wasn't going to mess with this guy because that's the type of guy that she would marry. But she didn't want to mess with him at that moment, at that particular moment. They know. Don't work to convince her. She already knows. She's looking at you. Trust me. She's reading you up and down. She's looking at how you carrying yourself, how you speaking. She doing all that. She doing all that. You don't have to convince her of anything. You don't have to do anything. If you're a good man, legitimately good man, she knows it. These women out here complain, oh, this sure is a good man. No, these women, surprise, surprise, like I said in my last sit down video, women be lying out here. They know there's plenty of good men out here. And they know there's some men who are interested in them. But for whatever reason, at that moment in their lives, they just don't want that man. And even when they complaining, there's probably a man that they wanted. They probably passed him over. But see, another woman, she saw he was a good man right there, and that's what she wanted right there. Always remember that. But you don't have to convince a woman. She knows who you are. She's reading you up and down. You're a good guy. Just be a good guy. You don't have to tell her anything. Yeah, she can see what you're doing. She can see how you carry yourself. Because look, even when I've talked about cold approaching, a lot of times a woman will see you, she been seeing you for a few weeks, and she put herself in position to get you. She saw what you were about. She saw that you were walking a certain path. She put herself in position. That's one of the ways women shoot their shot. She knows what's up. She see how you dressing. She see how you carry yourself. If she can, she seeing how you interacting with other people. She knows what's up. Or if that woman is got that biological clock ticking, she want a good father for her child. She see you interacting with children. I mentioned one time this one woman who didn't think much of my looks, but she knew I was like coaching some boys in soccer. And then she knew I was also going to the store getting some groceries for my grandmother. She knew I was family oriented. I ain't had to convince her because they know what they want. No matter what they say, they know what's up. No matter what they say. You don't have to convince a woman of it. You just be the best man you're going to be mainly for yourself. You want to succeed out here for yourself because your main relationship is with yourself. Because you can't really, look, seriously, a woman, she going to make that decision, and she going to make that decision quickly. Whatever man she want, whatever type she want in that moment, oh, she'll make that decision. And she reading you up and down. She looking at everything about you. You don't have to say a word to her. You don't have to say one word to her. She reading you up and down, and she reading you well too. Now, I know some guys don't want to believe that. Okay, you don't have to believe that. But that's what women are doing. Ask some women, if you got some women in your circle whose words you trust, ask them. And if they're going to be honest with you, they're going to tell you. But you can't really convince a woman of it. You know, first of all, just be worth who you're going to be yourself. You want to do good stuff for yourself. You want to live a good life for yourself. You ain't going to go crazy. You don't have to convince a woman and say, oh, I'm this or that. First of all, if that woman needs to appreciate who you going to be, what you're doing, and what you're about, all right? And if she don't, she just don't, all right? She just don't. You just keep it moving. And you whatever you are, you want that woman who wants you for you, all right? Don't convince a woman, because you ain't going to convince her. If she don't want to deal with you, if she ain't finding you attractive, if her read of you is not telling her that you're the man that she wants, there ain't nothing you can do about it. You just keep going and you fix up for yourself. You don't even get mad at her. You don't get sad or anything, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. Think on this, all right? And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.